What's up, guys? So in last video, I mentioned that I've tried to improve the quality of my videos for, more entertaining content, right? And I'm pretty new to content, so I've been trying to figure out how to do that. I'm currently recording the audio on my phone, just only option I have because I play on Xbox, and that's basically what I do. That's all I have to work with. Um, I can't really do any better audio to my knowledge. So, we're going to work on the factory a little bit. I definitely was not very happy with it in the last video. I feel like it was just missing a lot of detail, and it could have had a lot more to it. And that's exactly what I'm going to do today. So, basically, I'm making a pathway to extend into, like, an entrance into the building, where I could, like, store some things. Because, we have this food here, but then there's also, like, no place to store it, which would make no sense. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. And what I had for this what I had an idea for this factory, and basically, if I haven't gotten it across in the last videos, uh, basically these people, so far I feel like the only food sources they have currently are like fishing and stuff like that, because that's like the only main areas, like the dock and like the water filtration factory or whatever. So basically, my intent is to add another like variety of food that they can have other than those. So it makes more sense, having like maybe bread, whatever you can make with wheat or whatever, or well, anything that this factory produces. So, really, what I've been thinking is like I want to add a way for them to preserve like their stuff while they store it. And so I'm gonna like introduce this idea of like the heat stopping it from like molding. Like it dries it out so much that like no mold can grow. And yeah. Honestly, in this video, I'm kind of nervous, to be honest. Like, I've never really recorded anything with my voice, so obviously I'm gonna be saying a lot because I just don't have any idea what I'm gonna say. Because I'm not really doing this with a script. Like, I haven't written this down, pre-prepared. I'm kind of just doing this while I re-watch my video. But I'm going to, obviously I won't tell you about re-watching the video in every video because obviously that's just kind of unprofessional. So later on, won't be like that, and I'll practice more on like my scripts or what I want to say in the videos. But I want to explain more. Like, now that I'm not just using an AI voice, I kind of want to like add lore to this world. I'm building in a steampunk style, or what I'm at least trying to attempt, and it involves like machinery and like piping and just like a lot of machines, and like a little bit more advanced. Well, not like too advanced. I would say like it's not futuristic, but it's like an adaptation of stuff that we've seen in real life. But like how I did with the water factory, I kind of made a water wheel. That isn't like super futuristic at all, but I added like pipes to it to make it seem like it has more. Added these like big like water containers that would somewhat filter the water out for the factory. But basically, my main goal is to add lots of life to this like series and this world and stuff, and give it like a purpose. I want to walk through this world and be able to like what is it? I want to be able to actually feel something. I want to feel like there's actually people living here instead of it just being some random buildings, because that would make a lot of sense. I also want to like mention that I'm recording off Xbox and I don't own any sort of computer, so how I have to make these long-term videos, if I have to make 10-minute clips of like on the Xbox, right? But I have to make sure like I don't do stuff after like the clip is ended, and I have to like check the timer and make sure I start the next clip. That's why sometimes in the videos you might see me pausing or, doing that type of stuff. And also, just, I'm new. I've never really done the content creation thing. Don't have lots of experience. And basically, I'm just trying my best to, like, make entertaining videos. And, I just want to, I want to be somewhere eventually. I want people to actually like watching me and enjoy like spending their time looking at one of my videos. Currently, I'm basically just finishing the inside, getting it ready so I can put some stuff in there. And also, um, right here, I'm basically just picking out the blocks to add more detail because now it's just one type of block, one color, and I'm basically adding these two other variants of blocks to add more detail into it, so it's not just like flat concrete. And there's like more structure to the building, I guess. It makes it pop out a lot better, and I just think it would look a lot better. I know there's probably some people that don't do it like this. I just kind of like breaking random parts of it and then filling it in with the new material. You can always just do it while you're building originally. Most of the time, that's what I do. I use all the varying blocks I want in the walls before I actually make them. But this time, I wasn't. I also had like a lots of like I tried making this building for multiple attempts, like so many attempts it took to make this building because I had so many different ideas. And there was also times where I didn't think I was giving off the idea of like a factory for food and stuff, and I was trying to like represent that with green stuff and all that, but that ended up not working very well. So I just kind of was like, I'm gonna finally make this and make a final decision. Not waste too much time on it. Try to get a video out, but you know, just want to improve my content quality in the future, and I hope that you enjoy watching these videos. And I would love to see like comments and see if what you think about my videos. If I need to improve in a certain way, recommend me like actually like you can recommend me something to build. Maybe an idea, maybe even like maybe a shout out. Maybe I'll make a shout out board if you comment or whatever. I'll put your name on a board or whatever, and we can shout you out. As like a founder to the world or whatever. I definitely think I'm gonna make another video right after this. So this video is me kind of finishing the structure off and adding the outside details and finishing like one part of the inside. But I want to release another video where it's just me doing the interior. And I'm not like crazy with interiors, but I definitely just want to add something in here so it's not so plain and there's actually stuff in here, so you don't look through the window and you just see like an empty dark space, because that doesn't make sense. And I need to put more effort into my videos. I need to start by putting more effort into my builds. I've done this for a long time, honestly. I've done this for most of my life. I've played a lot of video games before, but I've always been into Minecraft, and I watched a lot of like building content when I was a kid, and this is always like a thing I've wanted to do. And I've just tried to improve every time. There was a point like a while ago I wanted to get back into Minecraft, and I just started doing like build battles and stuff to practice and get better at the building and detailing and all of that. I will say that I don't really do interiors that much because I'm not very great at it, but I love building like actual like forgot what it's called, but just the outside, like the structure. I like building the structure. I don't like doing the interior. But I will try to do interiors in the future to practice and get better at, I want to get better at everything in general and not limit myself to one type of building. Also, I just want to mention in the future, I don't know if I'll do these longer form of videos. Like, I mean I'll do like the long form YouTube videos, but I mean like maybe it's not me talking the whole time. Maybe I'll try to throw in montages in there once in a while and have other aspects of the videos so the video isn't just me fully talking the whole time and like, monologuing. Because I know some, like, I've watched some Minecraft videos before, and sometimes they have like short sections where they're, having montages and like they explain very shortly, go back to montaging or building, and they mention other things. It isn't just them talking the whole time. So I might try to experiment. I might try to learn how to do some of that. Might just see what happens when I do different styles of videos. Like when I made the second video on this YouTube channel, the second Minecraft video, my friend who has been doing like YouTube for over a year, he mostly does YouTube shorts, but he did recommend me putting memes into my videos, and I tried that, and I didn't think it worked very well. Like it was getting views, but I just don't think it was doing better than my normal videos without the memes and stuff like that. So I think I will continue not to do them with the memes, but I might experiment. I might see what type of videos work, how to make maybe some good montages, and all that. But to be fair, they do have a lot more access to like mods and stuff. Most of them play on PC, so they can do like free cam. They can make good like thumbnails. And on Bedrock, basically what I have is just my own like raw skill. I have to like when I'm doing the thumbnails, I have to build those inside of Minecraft and try to get the image right and make a good screenshot. And I have to learn how to use Photoshop, and I'm not the greatest at it, but I just put in my best effort. I don't know how to make my titles look pretty cool. Like, so far I'm doing the best I can with the titles and how they look, but, it's all something I'll learn eventually, and I want to learn, so I can keep making content for people that, will watch it for me. And, I want to be someone out there, I want to be known, maybe on Minecraft or something like that, or, maybe on another game. I just want to be somewhere out there so people can see what I do, I'm also lost. I do like the Minecraft content. I'm also just trying to find other games that I can do content on that people would actually enjoy. I throw out some Gang Beasts clips on there because, my friends, play it every once in a while. Not like it's been a long time, but we recently played it, made a couple funny clips, but I also know that I don't want to only do YouTube shorts, I want to do long-term videos because I find long-term videos more entertaining. I know they, as a smaller content creator, they don't blow up as much, but I do prefer doing that. And I also don't want to be like a super cringe YouTuber, I don't want to be doing the like super kid content because that's just, I personally dislike. I don't want to do something I dislike, I want to do something that I'm actually going to have fun on and actually enjoy compared to something that's going to give me a lot of views and subscribers, I don't want to be clip farming and, whatever it is, but I want to make, like, high-quality Minecraft videos or just high-quality videos in general, like, on any games I can play. There's also lots of games I wish I could play that I don't have access to because I do not have a computer. I have a Xbox, which means I can't get access to, like, games on Steam, so, I kind of just have to make up with what I have and what people might find entertaining, and, yeah. I'm not crazy into shooter games. I do play them every once in a while, whatever it is, like Apex, Call of Duty, if my friend wants to play it. I'm not a big fan of those games, but I will, record them if I have to. The only problem is I do need better equipment before I can start recording some other games because some games, you can't pause. So, like, if I want to do Call of Duty videos or something like that, obviously recording up to 10 minutes is definitely not preferable unless if you're just trying to make, like, short clips. But, what if I do bad in the, first 10 minutes or, like, I'm doing, like, the Battle Royale aspect of it and I'm do, like, 10 minutes and then I'm like, okay, someone's fighting me. Oh, the clip ended. I have to go, like, start the next clip. But also at the same time, someone's trying to fight me, so I can't really, What if I die and then I get no good clip out of it? I can't give you, like, full, like, gameplay if I don't have, like, that, the materials for it. So, I'll work on that, and also I have to use my phone mic, of course. So I'm hoping that I can get a, like, laptop so I can do, like, 1-hour recordings, and so I can also give, like, better mic quality so I can actually get, like, a nice, like, microphone that I can plug in my, laptop, and I can have better audio quality in general. But, I'm just really excited, and I have a lot of things I'm planning on doing and that I want to do eventually, and, I just want to spend my time doing something. I feel like I'm in the middle of high school right now. I'm going through high school. I just want to do something fun. I've never tried this before. I just found out make a YouTube channel, and I'm excited to do more than just, do schoolwork or, play video games, because video games are going to get boring after a while, especially when there's no, like, purpose to it. But if I, like, make content about it, it's a lot more fun because I get to share my experience with others and, like, talk about, the video games and, like, share, like, things with people, and I'm just glad to be able to make this video today and, show you what I can make. And obviously I haven't described the building that well. I've been trying to, but I definitely just want to get this out as more of a personal video to, express how I feel and what I'm trying to do, just so people know that I'm definitely in the future will explain more about the building and talk more about the actual game than me giving you, like, my story. But right now I just want to set that out so people know where I'm coming from and, you know my goals and intentions and why I'm even trying to make a YouTube channel in the first place and why I'm trying. So, I really think that if you're listening, I thank you for that. I appreciate that you take your time and you're listening to me and explain, you know, my reason for trying to make content. And I'm just glad that I can be here and do this as a hobby. I do want to make better content in the future, though. I want to give you better quality. I don't want to, I want to give you the most quality I can because I appreciate the people that spend their time watching whatever I put out on YouTube. And, I just want people to be able to see that. And I really appreciate it. Next video, I definitely will make more of a script for, like, talking, So when I start the next video off, like, making the interior, I'll have more of a script set in place, or maybe just more of an idea of what I want to say. And it will definitely be more about describing builds, talking about building, instead of me talking about me. Because that's not what, people do normally. Most of the time, they're not, like, super crazy on the talking about their life and stuff. I just want to start this video off so you have a idea of who I am, why I'm on the platform, why I'm here, and the reason I want to record and stuff. Also, just what type of videos I'm planning to make. I'm planning on being more of a variety channel. I will do any sort of content, really. Like, nothing like IRL, but mostly gaming. Like, I'll talk about maybe, I don't know, just other games. Like, my friends, we play Roblox. Roblox is a pretty popular game. Might do some stuff on that, but, also, there's other games like Dead by Daylight. I play that a lot. I don't know how many people watching know what that is, but it's more of like it's not like a horror game. It's like a horror game. It's basically a horror game. There's 4 survivors. There's 1 killer. You can either be a survivor killer, load up to the match in a match as a killer, or be a survivor and try to repair the generators to escape the killer. I think it's a pretty fun game. There's lots of ways you can, like, modify your gameplay. There is perks you can add to, make you faster, or you can, like, they can help you get generators done faster, or they can make it harder for the killer to win. I might try to do some of that content, but again, with the 10-minute recording time in that game, you kind of have to be moving all the time. And also, I don't only want to release clips that are going to be good in quality. Like, I don't want to release just clips of me dying over and over, because that's not fun to watch. Like, maybe every once in a while, I'll have a game where I'll lose, but I don't want to, like, give you only losing content, because no one wants to watch just someone lose the whole time, But, yeah, I might do Dead by Daylight content. I might do single-player game content, Maybe some, like, I don't know, just single-player games, story games, like, I don't know. It could be a horror game, it could be, honestly, anything. I don't know. I've never played the Little Nightmares series. You might know what that is, but I might try it out, do some content on it. That's more of a game where I could do the recording with the 10 minutes long thing, because that's a game I can pause. That's a single-player game. There isn't anything competing against me that would stop me from, making videos about that. Or I could do, popular games like Hollow Knight and Silksong. Maybe those games. It just really depends. I'll think about more in the future, but right now I'm gonna stick with the Minecraft content. Maybe some YouTube shorts. Like, I've been doing YouTube shorts about, like, W support, or just, like, I'm not gonna lie, I did, like, one where it was like this, like, subscribe thing. I was just kind of curious because I've seen that I've gotten a lot of views, and I thank you for that. But I didn't know, like, maybe if I put a YouTube short out there saying, hey, try to subscribe, see what happens. Maybe I'll get some subscribers. Didn't really work that well. I got 4 subscribers, but in the future, I won't do any, like, viewer bait, subscriber bait, Honestly, me being a new content creator, I was like, oh my gosh, I could get subscribers. It's really cool, but, I'll avoid that in the future and, make sure there isn't anything of that in there, because that's just, that's annoying, that's cringe. I don't want to be that one YouTuber, that one, I don't know. I don't want to beg for subscribers, but whatever. I'm just having more fun. it's more fun to see like the viewer count go up, to be honest, because that means that more people watch the video. That just means that one other person watched the video, and it just feels good to look at that. Look at the number rise. Obviously people don't want to subscribe. Maybe my content is just not their type, but they like the video, or maybe they just don't maybe they just don't want to subscribe, and that's fine. But I love seeing the viewer count go up. I'm glad that people get to look at my videos. I'm glad that people actually see my videos. It inspires me to create more videos and to keep doing this, because honestly, if I didn't see, like, if I got like maybe 10 subscribers, or not 10 subscribers, 10 viewers, maybe I would just be like, man, no one likes my content, and maybe I would quit, think that I couldn't make it big, or maybe not even make it big, but just, have people that actually watch me. Even like, bro, even if I had like 30 subscribers, I'd be so happy, dude, but whatever. I'm going through high school, but I'll be busy. I'll post videos when I can, and it takes a little while to edit these videos, especially when I'm talking the whole time, but, this video is honestly about to end, so, thank you for watching the video and everything, and I hope you like this build. I was working really hard on it. I think it looks pretty good, but anyways, I'm gonna catch you later. Watch the rest of this video, and, enjoy your time. Thank you for watching the video, and I thank you for that, but peace.